James, it's now 4 wins out of 4. 4 really tough games as well. Are you pleased with the team's response after the FA Cup loss at Shrewsbury?
Yes, delighted. 4 very different games. Obviously, very pleasing the win on Tuesday to come away with 3 points with 10 men for the majority of the game. I thought we were excellent in the second half.
Bromley is past history now, but it must be very pleasing to reflect on the way the team went about the victory.
Yeah, I thought, as I said, I thought we were excellent in the second half. I thought we restricted them to limited shots on goal, and obviously to get the second goal on the break was very pleasing.
Saturday marks the halfway point of the season, but the job at the very least is only half done. There'll be lots of twists and turns between now and the end of the season. I'm sure no one's getting carried away thinking Aldershot will be in the same position they are currently between now and May.
You never know. We have the opportunity to do that. Yeah, it would be nice. But obviously, yeah, it's a tight league. I've heard a lot of people say that it's maybe a weaker league, but I tend to disagree with that. I think that it's more spread out. I think there's quality more spread out in the teams, and that makes for inconsistent results, if you like. But we've got to make sure we continue our consistency in another tough fixture in a team that's picked up and also have got much more athleticism in their team. So we're expecting a big challenge tomorrow. Tomorrow
is Torquay for the 3rd time in less than 4 months. You've already suggested that you feel that they've been much changed in the second time that we met them in the FA Cup from the league game. You're expecting that again?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, we've done our homework as usual, and the games they've lost have been tight, and perhaps they should have picked up more points than what they had from their performances. So they've been a little bit unlucky, but it obviously came together for them against Leyton Orient in their last outing. So they're on a high, but we're also on a high. So it makes for a tasty encounter.
Yeah, they have beaten Sutton, they've beaten Orient in their last 2 games, clean sheets in both. I suppose that's illustrative of their resurgent form.
Yeah, but we've also got 3 clean sheets out of 4. So as I said, it's we're not taking anything for granted. Their league position's a little bit false for the quality they've got in their team, and obviously the stature of the club. So it's another big challenge away from home, but one we'll relish.
Our clean sheets, 3 out of the 4. It must be pleasing to see at both ends everything clicking at the moment. It's rare, I suppose, that teams are really solid at the back and they're top scorers in the division as Aldershot Town are.
Yeah, it's been going well. Obviously, we sat in here maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I said if we can get both ends right, because we're obviously scoring freely at the time, we will be firing on all cylinders. We've done that, but it's only 4 games, so there's 25 to go or whatever it is. So there's a long way to go. We're not getting carried away. We're top of the pile at the moment, but only on goal difference, so there is a long way to go.
2 players who played a big part throughout this season, but certainly in the last few weeks, Adam McDonnell and George Fowler, you've been able to extend their loans from Ipswich Town. That must be pleasing to have that continuity, if nothing else. Definitely.
Both Adam and George have been excellent. George was a touch unlucky to come out of the team when we were on a good run of form with in the Ebbsfleet Gateshead run, but he's come back in again, and we've won. Obviously, without going over it again, we've had a good upturn in form. It's credit to Brian and Lee really in the academy at Ipswich, because firstly the relationship's obviously strong with us and Mick and Gary, but it's credit to the way they've coached them, because they've come in, also obviously Kundai last year, and they've hit the ground really running, and they're great lads and very neutral in their mindsets. Win, draw, loss, they're always wanting to develop themselves, and we're grateful for them, for Ipswich again, for having the 2 lads.
You were forced to make your first change in 4 games on Tuesday, I think, with Shay Alexander's injury, without predicting what's going to happen tomorrow. That being able to name a settled side must be really pleasing.
Yeah, but we've also got quite a few knocks from Tuesday, so there's a few things going on today. We'll see what we've got, and we'll decide what the starting lineup will be tomorrow. But there's a few things going on today to see who's fit and who's not, who's available. So. We'll see what the starting lineup is tomorrow.
And as ever, as the gaffer always says, it's horses for courses. The team that was selected for Bromley, for Hartlepool, for Wrexham may not be what you consider the best team to get a result tomorrow.
No, of course not. I think we've been here long enough. The supporters will realise that we pick a team to win the game, and it's a squad here, not a starting 11.
Thank you very much, James. We'll
Thanks.
see you in Torquay.
Thanks, mate.